Hello guys, how are you doing? So today I'll be telling you why African leaders want to remain in power forever, why African leaders are not credible, why most, in short, 99% of African leaders are not honest, 99% of African leaders are not straightforward, 99% of African leaders do not care about the people they claim to rule. Like now, you are supposed to be a leader. A leader is first a servant. A leader is first a servant, because the reason people voted you into power is because they expect that you will go there and lead by example so that other people can follow, right? But when you go there and begin to do for your own selfish needs, it means that you are not a straightforward person and you do not have integrity. Most African leaders lack integrity. So I'm going to outline reasons why I came to this conclusion. Keep watching and do not click out. So guys, I did not introduce myself. My name is Koti, your host on Women to Koti. So I have come here to really break down this whole thing. African leaders do not like to do what, like now, the reason for a manifesto during an electioneering campaign is so that you can tell the masses what you want to do for them. Because there are a lot of people who usually buy the form, then they will go for the primaries, after which people will come out to say what they want to do, right? That is election at the within the party level, which is the primaries, that now produces the person who becomes a flag bearer for that party. So now I'm making this video because we are about going into the next election year, which is 2023, as a country. And I know that there are a lot of other African countries that a president will sit on that seat and will not want to go. I don't want to begin to mention names, but those of you who are Africans already know that this is the challenge we'll be having. We have leaders who are so old. Okay, back to Nigeria. We have leaders that we heard about their names in the history books when we were in nursery school. How old am I? I'm 30 something right now, and people who have been leaders right from when I was 4 years old are still in leadership. And I don't think that is right. And most of them, like one of the aspirants in the APC said, he made the present president a president. So it is his turn. Isn't that looking like something that I call that a joke of turn by turn? So now leadership has become turn by turn matter. It's no longer what they can do for us. Now look at what happened in the Owo town in Ondo State. Something of that nature happened, but our leaders sat back and went to have a dinner. A dinner that they will still have another dinner after doing their primaries, which was just concluded yesterday, and a leader emerged as their flag bearer rather. So you can see that this is the challenges we are having. Okay, now an African leader will say, I will build roads, there will be steady power. In fact, I think it's only Ghana that have steady power as we are speaking right now. Nigeria do not have steady power. Most other African countries do not have steady power. There's no light. You discover that so many foreign companies have left because they cannot keep running on diesel. They cannot keep running on fuel. And we have a lot of scarcity of fuel, maybe because of the war that happened with Russia. You understand? We are having scarcity. I know that yes, the world is like, if you like those of our friends that live in London said they have increased tariff for power and all. But the one in Nigeria is that not that there's the tariff increment alone, but the power is not even there. Not let alone talking about the increment. You discover that most African countries, they okay. Now another thing that makes African presidents or African leaders not to be straightforward is because there is no accountability. There's lack of accountability, there's no integrity, and that thing is that nobody is holding them. When I say lack of accountability, it means that there's nobody they are not accountable to anybody. There's no law. In fact, they don't even respect rule of law. They don't even listen to, they don't even, like now, the government is wrong and you now tell them to pay the person that is aggrieved. They won't do it. You tell them that, okay, this person is wrongfully detained, release the person. They won't do it because they feel that justice, the level of impunity in Africa within the African leaders cycle is becoming bad. Like in China, as a leader, you cannot steal, you cannot embezzle funds, and they will allow you go. You first of all, you will resign. Once there's a speculation that you embezzled, you resign. But in Nigeria, in Africa, it's not like that. The leaders will keep pushing. They want to remain in power forever. In China, if your wife is aware that you embezzled money and does not report to the government or to the law enforcement, she will also be fined. So you can imagine that if they set measures on ground to tackle this thing, to ensure that every leader in Africa who embezzles money is brought to book, I'm sure that this corruption will reduce. Corruption has been eaten into the fiber of most African leaders, and as such, they want to remain in power, because once they are in power, they will keep embezzling. And I wonder, like for example, in Nigeria, once you are a former governor or a former president, you can never be poor. So I don't understand why they want so much power, because they know that once they are in power, the level of impunity is always high. You can imagine that in Nigeria, somebody, you work for government, they won't pay you. You work, maybe do a contract, they won't pay you. And then you expect that people will have fear of, except for those who have the fear of God. A lot of times, those people who do the jobs with the files and all, they now say civil servants are corrupt. Why wouldn't they be corrupt when you, who is the leader, is not even straightforward? Now, you discover that people who do jobs will not pay. You not pay them, and when they see bribe, are they not going to be tempted to collect that bribe? Now, you cannot compare that to the US or to the UK, where people pay and you work for 1 hour, they pay you for 1 hour. You work for 5 hours, they pay you for 5 hours. In Nigeria, it's not like that. Somebody will work, and you will work for a man who is supposed to be an elder statesman, a man who is supposed to be respected, right? You discover that they are not being respected because they do not pay. They will owe their workers and they will not pay. And at the end of the day, you will discover that a lot of these people, their children will not go to school, because school education is not even free in Africa. Their children will not be in school. A lot of them will check out very early in life. That is why you discover that in Africa, they will tell you the life expectancy of an African man is 50 years. God forbid, it's not our portion. We will exceed 80, 100, 90 years in the name of Jesus. No government. See, most times when we talk about good governance, it's not for those of us that can afford 3 times meal, right? It is for those people, the ordinary Nigerians who do not even have shelter, who cannot afford these things. So we expect that there should be good governance. If there's power, jobs will be created naturally. We will not need to wait for white collar jobs. Like for example, Nigerians are very hardworking people wherever they go to. That is why you see that they just concluded graduation in Canada. Almost more than 15 graduates, best graduating students were Nigerians. Africans are very hardworking and highly intelligent. Once they go to a place where the system works, they excel and do so well. So if you are an African leader watching this, or you aspire to become a leader in Africa, we need you to change. We need you to do things the right way. So if you have watched up to this, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a massive thumb up and share this video out. Like the video and share it out. And see you in my next one. Thank you so much for staying through out the video. Bye guys. Have a beautiful day ahead. Bye.